I took a long on dollar CAD during New York session at this candle right here, as price tapped into the 50% of this daily time of the 240 fair value gaps, 50% right there. Price accumulated. To me, this was an accumulation and then closed down with quite a strong bearish candle. To me, that was a sign that price could potentially find support around that level, but the price continued lower and I got stopped out, and then I re-entered again just at the low of this candle right here, and again price started to move in the opposite direction, and to me, again, I exited that trade really early with 0.1% loss, so overall I lost around 1.1% in the two trades. However, looking back at it right now, hindsight, obviously, we came down to the low of the fair value gap on the 240. We've had two fair value gaps, right? Normally I say this every single time, but I don't know why I didn't listen to myself today, especially when it's Monday. We haven't really had any news driving price higher up, and it was at the start of New York session. New York session had just opened, and when there's two fair value gaps like this on the 240, it potentially could come down to the second fair value gap and find support. Should have waited for that, and when it did come down to that level, it was too late for me to enter because I was already too energy is already too expended on the initial trades, and honestly, this is something I should have entered around here as price came down to that low and put my stops below these lows. That would have been a much better trade than entering where I did. But it's a loss. 1% loss is what it is. I wouldn't say it was a great trade, but I wouldn't say it was the worst trade either, because of the fact that my target was this previous month's high. That price will reach our previous month's high, take out liquidity. Will it do that? Not sure, but that's the target. And price dropped down during London session, essentially manipulation, and I was predicting the manipulation. Essentially, price opened here, dropped down, manipulated throughout the day, and then to me, I was expecting price to start finding some support. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow, where price will come down and take out today's low and then push up, but we didn't get the trade that I was looking for, and I ended up taking a loss. Now I'm interested to see how this plays out. And this is how that trade played out. It played out according to my prediction. I was expecting price to go up after pulling back after dropping during London session, and it did exactly that after dropping down during New York session. So this blue highlighted area is New York. Makes a low during New York and then just pumps up. Potentially had an inverse trade, inverse fair value gap trade right there after price closed above that fair value gap with this candle, and then came and tapped into that with this candle. But at this point I wasn't really looking to trade because I took a loss after such a long time. I didn't really want to re-enter at that low, which is annoying because my prediction was correct. It's just that I was quite early in my entry.